Dale Chapman's my name. I come from Durrumbandi. I'm a Cooma-Gamilaroi woman and I now live on the Sunshine Coast. Been a chef for about 30 years and bush food is my passion. I started cooking when I was 4. My mum got me around the fire and I started cooking food right back then. So I've always knew that I was going to be a chef one day, and after grade 12 I decided to go and get an apprenticeship, and I was very lucky to actually get landed an apprenticeship in Brisbane. And then from there I moved around lots of times and eventually coming to live on the Sunshine Coast, where I started my business, the Dilly Bag, in 2000. And it's been a very successful business. We manufacture a whole range of different bush food products, deliver cooking programs and education programs in schools from preschool to university level. I guess I just love to cook, and just feeding people and having them sit around the table and enjoy what you've presented them with, and the feedback you get and the smiles you get on all the faces. So that's why I cook. Yeah, cooking with bush foods is very easy. You just need to know a few different preparation methods of different herbs and things like that, because our native foods are much stronger and more powerful than traditional foods, you know, than the contemporary stuff like parsley and basil and things. So you have to learn to know how much to use, because it's very tricky. But once you've done that, you're able then to be able to put it into anything, you know. Grind your herbs up and put them into crumb mix and crumb some chops. You could make a lovely wattle seed cheesecake, you know. It's all really, really simple. And just come along to one of my cooking classes and you'll learn how to do that. Hop on the web and you can have a look on there, and we'll give you lots of tips on how to use bush food. In the future, bush food is going to become one of the most sought after, well, it is sought after now, but I think in the future it is really going to become what holds Australians together. I'll just introduce myself. I'm Dale Chapman. I come from the Cooma-Gamilaroi people, which is Durrumbandi mob. My grandfather's side is Cooma, my grandmother is Gamilaroi. I came to live on the Sunshine Coast, the other end of town, around about 32 years ago. So I see myself as a bit of local on the Sunshine Coast. I'm a chef by trade. Was in about 1998-99, I was working for the education department, and that's when I realised that not a lot of people knew a lot about Aboriginal people, and that was in the 90s. So I figured we needed to do something about that, and I thought, well, I've got my traditional knowledge about bush foods that's been handed down to me from all my aunties and uncles and grandparents, etc., and fathers, mothers, and I thought, well, I'm a chef, so why can't I put both the two of them together? So I did that and came up with the Dilly Bag. And the Dilly Bag, as you know, is something that's carried by men and women, and all the good things go into it, fire sticks and seeds and food, and keeps us going. What you have on your table tonight, we have fresh Moreton Bay oysters, and you've got a little wave plate there. There's aniseed, there's, what have I got there? Murray River salt, which you sprinkle onto your oyster. There's a purple one, which is a fresh pepperberry ground, has a little pinkish burgundy kind of colour to it, so when it goes onto your oyster it'll go pink. And you've got lemon, aspens and finger lime. So the finger lime are like a citrus caviar, just squeeze it onto your oyster and gobble it up. Same with your lemon aspen, squeeze that on. You can actually eat it, but it is a little bit fibrous, but still tastes nice. And then we're going to have some lemon myrtle crumbed calamari, with a native lime tartare that's coming out as well. Just got some of those little flavours in there, a bit of pepper, the mountain pepper just to carry on through for you. So I hope you enjoyed that. And if anyone, if you want to talk to me later?
Yeah, Dale.